A woman driving through northern Minnesota was pulled over for a random vehicle search. Customs officers found a $2 chocolate egg in her bag, not drugs, not weapons. A chocolate egg. The agent told her that if she'd been caught bringing it across the border, she would have faced a $300 fine. That happened to Manitoba resident Lynn Bird in January of 2011 at a border crossing in northern Minnesota. Her Kinder Surprise egg was seized, and she later received a 7-page letter from the United States government asking her to formally authorize its destruction. The underlying rule has not changed since. In the United States, it remains illegal to sell a chocolate egg with a toy sealed inside it. It is not illegal to sell the toy. It is not illegal to sell the chocolate. It is illegal to combine them in a single product. That is the law as it stands. And understanding why it exists shows how far a federal agency will go to restrict a product based on its design alone. The legal mechanism goes back to 1938, when Congress passed the Federal Food, Drug, and Cosmetic Act. Under one provision of that law, 21 U.S.C. Section 342, any candy containing a non-food object embedded inside it is classified as adulterated food, the same legal category used for contaminated meat or spoiled milk. A chocolate egg with a plastic toy sealed inside its shell is filed under that same designation. The statute functions less like a safety rule and more like a recipe with one disqualifying ingredient. It doesn't matter how the rest of the product is made. One prohibited component and the entire item falls outside the law. That is what happened to Kinder Surprise. Ferrero, the Italian company behind it, also known for Nutella, Ferrero Rocher, and Tic Tac, built a hollow milk chocolate egg with a small plastic capsule inside the shell, and inside that capsule, a toy that usually required assembly. The product launched in 1974 and became one of the most recognized candy items in the world. Under U.S. law, it has never been legal to sell. The statute does include an exception. If the FDA determines that the embedded object serves a practical function for the candy itself and does not create a hazard, it can be permitted. That is why a lollipop stick is allowed. It serves the function of letting you eat the lollipop. A sealed toy capsule inside a chocolate shell serves no comparable function. It does not aid consumption or preservation. Under the statute, that is the distinction between a legal candy and a prohibited one. The stated justification for the ban is choking, an aspiration risk to children under 3.
Bite it! Bite it!
Oh my god! I got so scared. And that is the reason why Kinder eggs are banned in the United States.
U.S. Customs and Border Protection has said as much directly in a public advisory, stating that Kinder eggs pose a choking and aspiration hazard to young children. That risk is documented, and small assembled parts combined with small children are a recognized safety concern. But the statute does not restrict sale to households with young children. It prohibits sale entirely to anyone. An adult with no children in the home is subject to the same law as someone giving the product to an infant. If the intent were specifically to protect children, the law could say so. It does not. That distinction becomes more apparent when compared with other products. A fortune cookie contains a piece of paper embedded inside a food item, which technically meets the same definition of a non-food object inside food. Fortune cookies are not seized at the border. The likely explanation is that a strip of paper does not carry the same choking risk as small toy components. But Kinder Surprise packaging has always included printed choking hazard warnings, similar to warning labels found on other legally sold products. The law does not evaluate whether a product carries a warning. It evaluates whether the product exists in that configuration at all. CBP spokesperson Mike Milne addressed the enforcement posture directly, stating, "Kinder eggs are prohibited, just like narcotics are prohibited. Our officers, if they encounter prohibited stuff, they're subject to seizure." That comparison, drawn by a CBP official, places a chocolate egg under the same enforcement framework used for controlled substances, rather than treating it as a routine consumer safety matter. Ferrero has not challenged the ban through litigation or public campaign. In 2011, a company spokesperson offered the closest public statement to an official position, saying, "Kinder Surprise is not available in the United States as the FDA has taken the position that a specific regulation relating to non-nutritive objects embedded in foodstuff makes Kinder Surprise not suitable for sale and distribution in the U.S." The statement describes a regulatory position taken by the FDA. It does not concede that the product itself is unsafe. Rather than contest the ban Ferrero built around it. In 2001, the company had already developed an alternative for a different reason, to serve hot weather markets where a solid chocolate shell would melt before reaching the toy inside. That product, Kinder Joy, used two separately sealed compartments, one holding the candy and the other holding the toy, with no contact between them. It was not originally designed as a workaround for U.S. law, but it functioned as one. In May of 2017, Ferrero announced that Kinder Joy would launch in the United States. The official U.S. release followed that November, based in Parsippany, New Jersey. And by January of 2018, the product was available nationwide at $1.59 per egg. The delicious, unique taste of Kinder Joy and the wide variety of toys will delight kids, while mom and dad will be surprised by the high quality of the confection and toys. By late 2018, Ferrero reported more than 90 million Kinder Joy eggs sold in the U.S. The product was named a 2018 New Product Pacesetter and won a 2019 Product of the Year award. The original Kinder Surprise, still sold legally in Canada, the United Kingdom, Mexico, and more than 100 other countries, remains classified in the United States under the same statute used for adulterated food. Border agents continue to seize it, and CBP issues seasonal reminders each spring, around the period when travelers are most likely to bring the product back from abroad. The 1938 statute remains the operating law. Nothing about the underlying rule has changed since Lynn Bird received her letter in 2011. The FDA has not addressed why an adult without children falls under the same prohibition as a household with toddlers, or why a fortune cookie's embedded paper is treated differently than a warning-labeled chocolate egg. The statute was not written to make that distinction. It was written to prohibit a category of product, and it continues to be enforced on that basis.
Snappy, crazy, crock goes a one surprising three.